But that and just all of, even the doom 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 doom. That was a little bitty strip on the I can't remember the name of the group off top, but it was the same group that make the world go round.
Yeah.
Doom,
Yeah.
doom, 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 doom,
Yeah.
doom, 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 doom. They got a little bitty strip at the end of that album. It was a little bitty strip, and I just the record kept playing, and then it went into that strip, and it was doom 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 doom, and then Drake took that motherfucking he took that motherfucking and went bananas with it.
My God.
Yeah.
Do you realize that? That y'all sound, the G-Funk, the label, that Chronic album, that's probably the greatest movement of all time. And I know people have told you that, but do you really understand that? Do you feel that that's the greatest sound and movement of all time when it comes to a record, bro?
Not really. I know it's a good record. No, I know it's a good record. It's like I still want to keep doing great records like that. But the way the music industry has became, people won't listen to like they used to listen. Where they'll listen from top to bottom, and you get the skits all the way down because it's a movie.
Right.
Yeah.
The whole record is a movie. So. We don't have that type of thing no more, and it's just I still want to keep doing that, you know.
Yeah.
And I ain't never got no check or nothing from the Chronic, never, nothing.
My God.
Really?
Never even. I ain't being one of them bitter motherfuckers
No,
either. I ain't no bitter nigga. 'Cause I go get mine. I get my paper, but. I wish I was getting publishing off that motherfucker shit. They sold it for what, $250 million?
Right.
I didn't get nothing. Nothing. No, I didn't get no credit from whatever I did. I didn't get none of that shit. But like I said, and it was this, we pouring what we have into you to make you a superstar.
Right.
Even bigger than the NWA shit, and that's what we did.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We poured everything we could, all our energy, even with Kurupt. That came through me. Kurupt came through me.
My God.
All these other people saying that they managed Kurupt, but my homegirl Diamond, she was a part of it too. Me, Snoop, and a few of our homies, we was at the Roxy in Hollywood for talent thing.
Right.
So we go to the talent thing, we having a good time. So we come out that motherfucker, and Snoop name was bubbling on as far as like battling niggas. So we outside, and you know, everybody was talking about how dope Snoop was, and then Diamond come running across. This before I even knew her. My homeboy Kurupt can rap too. What's up?
Right.
So she banging. So like what's up? Like what y'all want to do?
Right.
So we formed a circle right there in front of the Roxy on the sidewalk. We formed a circle. Snoop on one knee with his, you know how niggas do, they put their elbow down, they looking at each other and they busting.
Yeah.
Them niggas was busting. That nigga Kurupt said, you got on, cause Snoop was busting, he was like, something with his pinky ring, da-da-da-da-da. That nigga said, you got something with a pinky ring, and that is true, but if you look at my finger, I got one too. We was like, whoa.
Oh, shit.
And he did. And so it was just back and forth. It wasn't no he won or he won. It got to where the security and shit said, y'all gotta get the fuck out of here. Y'all gotta let that shit go. It's over with.
Right.
Cause nobody they was at it. It wasn't no stopping. So we was like, all right, we getting ready to dip. So I went back over there. I said, look, man, let me get your number. So I got his number, and I'll say maybe about 2 or 3 weeks later, I called him and told him come up to the house. So I brought Kurupt up to the house. Did about 5 songs on him, like, and this is what's so crazy, the way I used to record. is Dre had a board at the house that was routed into the cassette deck. So, or the cassette deck was routed into the board, or one of them, whatever it was. But that's how I was able to get the mic to the cassette deck by pushing record on the cassette deck. And I had a sample because it was one take, Charlie. You got, you can only do it once.
Right.
Yeah. So that nigga Kurupt, he had all his shit down packed, and I played it. I hit the MPC 60, hit record on the tape, and play it straight from the MPC, recording into the tape deck. All of us routed through the board, and he just recording one takes. We did 5 songs. And then I let Dre and them hear that shit, and them niggas signed that nigga right there and there.
Wow.
Yeah. The record that got him signed was a song called "What More Can I Say?" What more can I say? What more can I say? No, boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom,
my God.
Boom, boom, and that nigga Kurupt.
That shit sound good like that.
He was busting on that motherfucker, and but then the guys who was behind Kurupt, who brought him to me, well, not brought him to me, but handled was his business guys who. I don't know everybody else claiming they did that for Kurupt, but Broomfield and them was the only niggas I knew that was associated with Kurupt. Broomfield and them, and they was from 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah. All these other dudes saying that they did this and did that, and it ain't no disrespect or no shots at even like Big U. He said that he was managing Kurupt and did that. I got Kurupt put on. Didn't nobody do that. I did that.
Yeah.
You know, now he probably came later on after Broomfield and them was out of the picture, because Broomfield and them was the guys I knew from 60s that was related to him, was to Kurupt. That was his people, and him and Big U probably linked later on. You know, like down the line. But in the beginning, I did all of that, and then Kurupt's it was another lady with him, with girl with him around that time. It was kind of like his sister. I can't remember her name, but she was cool too. But and then when they see this or hear, they're gonna be like, "Damn, this nigga Warren ain't lying." Don't need to lie.
Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, answer me this though, Warren. When you saw that Above the Rim movie, man, and you saw where your song was placed in it, was there any vindication when you said, "Hey, man, I still made it, and I'm over here shining"?
Yeah. No, I mean, it was like I made it, period. It was the Death Row soundtrack.
Yeah.
And what was so crazy is I took I had the CD with me. I had Regulate done already. It wasn't mixed or anything. I just had pretty much like the demo version of it. And I went up to the studio with Dre and at Record One. It was him and Mike Lynn. And Dre was in there doing some music. And so I was like, I asked Mike, I said, "Man, I want to let you hear the song, see what you think."
Yeah.
So Mike was like, "Shit, all right, come on." So we went to the car. I put the CD in, and I started playing it. And he was like, "Damn, that shit hard." He said, "Could I take this to Jimmy?" So I was like, "Hell yeah, shit, take it to him."
Yeah.
And he took it to Jimmy. Then it was the same thing. Mike called me like, "We want this to be the Jimmy called and." We want this to be the first single to Above the Rim soundtrack. And I was like, hell yeah. So that kicked it off as well.
Yeah.
And then that blew up. And then Suge probably got mad too, because what we did after that, well, what the record label did after that was we took the Regulate single and we repackaged it and we serviced it out again as my official single at the same time. So we took it from there.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. But look, you guys got paid. It did 4 million records.
Right.
Okay, now, boom, over here. Now this is for him. Let him get his over here.
Exactly.
Right.
So we did it over here, and this motherfucker sold 4 million records. So it was a trip. Yeah, it was a trip.